tonight. Pike remembers the final against Lawrence Central back in Week 4. Can they even the score this time around? Plus the rest of the regional round with Friday Football Frenzy.
Let's go! Big Red! Let's go! Big Red! Let's go! Big Red! RTV6!
From RTV6, this is Friday Football Frenzy.
Good evening. Welcome to Friday Football Frenzy. Our thanks to the Center Grove cheerleaders tonight. Beautiful night as the road to Lucas Oil Stadium rolls on. Pike and Lawrence Central, our HTSN Game of the Week over on Digital Channel 6.2. Always a blast with their pregame show as well tonight. And the LC fans, they were ready on Angel Night as they hosted the Red Devils. Get it? Hey, how about the first play from scrimmage? LC in the dark unis, the draw play for Isaiah Townsend, and Isaiah is gone. A couple of nice cuts, nice block, 80 yards, 7-0 LC, just like that. Midway through the first, off the Pike punt, this is Trey White. Breaks a couple tackles, and now he's gone. This one, 70 yards as LC goes long distance early and often in this game, up 21-0. Still in the first, Pike answers. Brent Lyles buys a little time, gets it to Taylor Sanders, who turns it into a 32-yard touchdown. So Pike now on the board, but they never had that comeback like they did at Zionsville a couple of weeks ago. Drake Kristen rolls out, hits LC's leading rusher Alex Rodriguez. Bears roll. Their second semi-state in 3 years, 49-21. They're now 13-0, and afterwards, here's LC head coach Jason West.
Just for our kids to execute and make up some big plays. That's really what it was. It wasn't a grind fest like we thought. It was an array of a lot of big plays, and we were fortunate side of those. So, you know, it was a nice night.
Was a nice night. Busy night for us. We started at Lawrence Central. So the Bears advance. They get the winner between Castle and Center Grove. Plus, you got Greensburg and Chatard, two places at once. It calls for Skycam 6. In our Friday Football Frenzy, Flylights.
Begin at a place where Chatard's been before in several ways. The Trojans going for a regional title, playing at Lawrence North.
It's the second straight week that Chatard has played a game here at Lawrence North. Last week, they beat Greencastle. This week, they get Greensburg. I guess you could say when it comes to Chatard, it's not easy being green.
Definitely not for Greensburg tonight. Trojan junior running back Alex Kimack with the 1-yard touchdown. Chatard takes a 7-3 lead. If you like that, you'll love this. Kimack again. Tough 6-yard score as Chatard starts to roll. The defense keeping the Pirates out of the end zone. Hit of the night from Chatard's Justin Bennett. The Trojans advance to their 17th semi-state as Jack Roussel adds another score, 49-9 the final. Next stop, 5A, third-ranked Castle at 6th-ranked Center Grove, with the Knights scoring on this shot from Skycam 6. No lack of scoring in this one, with CG answering from the ground. How about Connor Stapleton going 72 yards for the score? Trojans up 14-13.
You know, I love coming down here because the student section, second to none, and very polite, I might add. I mean, you say Castle, no reaction. You say Center Grove,
but the Knights make some noise themselves. Andrew Finch from 11 yards out. This game goes back and forth. Home field advantage, though, goes a long way. Luke Calvert hits Nathaniel Wozniak for an 11-yard touchdown. The score as high as Skycam 6. Semi-state is next. Friday Football Frenzy. Flylights.
The game nearly took 3 hours. Center Grove finally won it. 58-34, the final that sets up next week's semi-state. LC and CG for their right to play in the 5A state final. One more from Class 5A. Fishers making the trip to Fort Wayne to take on Snider. Second quarter game tied at 7. Connor Christensen for Snider. 10-yard score. Fishers up 14-7. Then another one right before the half. Maurice Campbell, 7 yards on the TD run. So Fishers up 21-7. But it's all Snider after that. They send it into overtime where Snider wins it at home. They beat the Tigers 36-35. Fishers ends the season at 9-4. Well, no one gets ready for the postseason quite like Cathedral. The Irish, just 4 wins in the regular season, played a tough schedule, a lot of out-of-state schools, and now look at them. Hosting Mt Vernon tonight. Brad Brown was there. Brad.
Dave, thanks. Mount Vernon is having its best season in more than a decade. The Marauders told me this week they look forward to playing games like this against big teams. Well, Cathedral certainly qualifies as that and as the two-time defending 4A state champions. The big question, how long could Mount V stay in this one? Well, for the first quarter, teams went back and forth a couple positions. Cathedral on the board first. Gino Gillum stops, goes, end zone touchdown. 7-0 that quickly. Irish had the lead, but Mount V came right back on their next possession to even things up. They run a nice little misdirection offense, and here they go. This time to the left, Tyler Dix down the sideline past the defense, and there he goes for the score. The game was all even up at 7-7, but Cathedral's offense could not be stopped tonight. Connor Rice had it dialed in. Here he drops back, plenty of time going over the middle. Terry McLaurin makes the catch for the TD. They hooked up twice for scores, also a punt return TD for McLaurin, and a big win for Cathedral in the end by a final of 41-7. Now the other half of that regional will be played on Saturday. Columbus East at Evansville Wrights at 6 o'clock tomorrow night down at the Wrights Bowl. The winner will take on Cathedral in the semi-state. By the way, Cathedral's win puts the IHSAA's new success factor into play. The Irish, with their 2 state titles and now a semi-state at least, will move up to 5A in football next year. But with 2 more wins, they'll clinch an 8th 4A championship. See how it goes, Dave.
Yeah, I think they'll do just fine at 5A next year. Only a couple of undefeated teams remain in the tournament. Ritter was one of them in a surprise matchup tonight. Many thought that they would host Heritage Christian tonight. Instead, it was Shenandoah. Jason Spells was there.
It had been 3 years since the Cardinal Ritter Raiders had won a regional championship. Quarterback Jake Perica looking to end that drought tonight against Shenandoah. Pick things up in the first half. Perica out of the shotgun hits Alex Parrott, and the senior with a sick juke in for the score. Raiders out to an early lead. The Perica to Parrott connection not done. In the second quarter, Perica showing off the arm, 45 yards to Parrott. Raiders up 28-7 at that point. Shenandoah trying to get back in the game. The ball up for grabs, and senior Jalen Chandler comes down with it. Pick for Chandler. Perica rewarding Chandler on the ensuing possession. The Raiders hitting on all cylinders tonight as they advance to the semi-state with a 49-7 win. To get another regional championship, how happy are you?
It's been too many years since we've been going this direction, and it's on the board as far as our goals, and we gotta continue getting the goals.
The Raiders will now face the winner between Lawrenceburg and Evansville Mater Dei in the semi-state round. For Friday Football Frenzy, I'm Jason Spells.
How about those Raiders? Jason, thanks. One final stop back in Class 2A. Tipton hosting defending champ Fort Wayne Bishop Lures. The good news is Tipton was at home. Bad news, they were playing the defending champs. Early touchdown for Tipton, but Lures comes back to win it 22-12. So Tipton's season ends at 11-2. Don't forget, scores and highlights always available 24/7 on our new and improved website, theindychannel.com. Just click on the Friday Football Frenzy link. Back with hoops, IU, Purdue, season opener next.